Welcome back, folks. You're in for a treat here. It's not Motivation Monday, but this is going to motivate you. It's one of the things we enjoy most around here. It's connecting to people that inspire us all. And our next guest checks that box in a big way. Author and motivational speaker Colleen Alexander is joining us along with her husband, Sean. Really appreciate you guys being here.
Thanks.
The book here is on the table, Gratitude in Motion. I am beyond impressed, inspired, and in love with your story. Let's get into why you wrote the book, because of and you don't want to call it an accident. It was an incident that occurred that you have a very interesting name for, but talk about what inspired the book.
So we had been asked to write a book prior to the squish. I call it the squish, just because of the love story that we have together and the roots that we had together. Unfortunately, 2011, I was run over by a multi-ton freight truck.
Unfortunately.
So, unfortunately. Life happened in a big way for us in the blink of an eye, and we were hoping to have our firstborn. I was leaving for a meeting on a Saturday, left the chicken on the freezer to defrost, kissed my husband, and didn't see him again for a couple months. So,
she says the squish is what you call being run over by a freight truck.
Yeah. Yes.
And Sean, this story, like she said, she didn't see you for a couple months. Explain that. This was a hospital. How many surgeries? All that. You were through the whole thing. You probably know a little more of that time period than she does, huh?
Yes, I do actually. So she was in an induced coma for about a month and a half. I stayed by her bedside every step of the way. I was working as a postal carrier at the time. I took off a couple of weeks, and then I went back to work. I would work and go back to the hospital and sit by her side. And yeah, she was in an induced coma for a month and a half, and then after that, we were transferred to Gaylord Rehabilitation Center, to where I slept by her side for another month and a half while she was being rehabilitated.
And this process, I mean, one of the pictures we showed there was a scar on the back of your head, but that wasn't even from the accident.
That was before the squish.
That was a brain tumor that you had removed before this even happened.
That was a Chiari malformation, right? So I did a brain surgery prior to the.
Before the squish.
Before the squish.
And having to go through a whole nother, and so all of that stuff that you've been through, that's what I think is the most amazing, is spend 4 minutes with these folks and you can't help but smile. Your positivity radiates from you from a situation that most people would be curled up in a ball, not knowing how to get through, or some people would look at it as woe is me, but you guys you smile about it, you talk about it, and it brings you life and joy to talk about this tragic incident. How is that, for those out there, how are you doing that?
We're alive. I'm breathing. My husband is sitting beside me, and our life isn't what we thought it was going to be. We lost the ability to have our firstborn. We lost the ability to ever be parents biologically, but we have this opportunity to be on this earth and to share with everyone that life happens, right? I mean, we cannot control what's going to happen in our very next breath. But we have a choice on how we react, and we didn't get there in the blink of an eye. I mean, it took a long time, and I share about that pretty intently in the book. But we all have a choice in this life to make the most of it, and your watch says it best, right? It's now time.
That's right.
And people procrastinate, like, well, I want to do this, but I'm not ready. I want to do that, but I'm not ready. Life is over in the blink of an eye. Like, boom, it's done, and.
Is that what the gratitude part is? Gratitude in motion? Is that wake up each day and be grateful for what you have instead of ungrateful for what you don't have?
And also to take that gratitude forward. So it's one thing for me to sit here and be grateful with you, just have that energy of gratitude, but to actually act upon it, to go forward with it. And one of the things that we enjoy doing so much is to earn medals at races. We're back to racing, and to give a medal to a hero and say thank you. So it's the actual action of gratitude. It's not just the word. Does that make sense? So making it a verb.
It's amazing. It's inspirational. The book. How can folks get this book and read it? Because you need to read this book, folks. How do they find it?
So you can go right to my website, ColleenKellyAlexander.com. It'll link you to, you can connect with your local bookstore through the website. You can order it from Amazon if you want. We really suggest you support locally. But more than anything, I would just Google the book and find the closest retailer to you and try to support your local.
Real quick, we got like 10 seconds. What's one thing you want somebody to read this book and take away?
We are a human family, and we are capable of way more than we give ourselves credit for. And so to believe in yourself and to believe in the unconditional power of love.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. We can talk the rest of the day about it. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank
thank you to the
you.
universe for the happen chance that brought you to Jacksonville to be on our show today.
Thank you.
Very cool. All right, folks, you can get the copy of the book by visiting ColleenKellyAlexander.com.